to your child as an adult.
Yes, I do understand that.
You understand that you have to pay child support through a child support order.
Yes, I do understand that.
And you acknowledge that you haven't done that so far.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
All right. Do you both swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. All right. Ms. Nutt, go ahead and announce.
Yes, Your Honor. We are here on a motion to modify, support, and confirm arrears, and we have an agreement on all of the issues. So I'll read the agreements into the record. The prior order from 2023 granted Ms. Gothogo a non-disclosure, and she's requesting that continue in this order as well. The father owes child support, medical support, and dental support arrears. However, the mother is releasing all of his arrears. So the child support arrears balance she's releasing is $29,687.18. She's releasing $3,706.87 towards the medical support arrears, which is the whole balance. And she's releasing the whole balance of dental support arrears, which is $472.77. So after release, the father will not have any past due child medical or dental support. The prior order had the mother carrying health insurance through her employer, but she recently switched jobs and that coverage is no longer available. And so Mr. Okendi is going to enroll the child, who is 17 and graduates high school next year, through Marketplace Insurance. He hasn't done that yet, but he has been looking into it. And the parents agree that child support should be set at $0 each month, as it's in the best interest of the child. So I'll call the mother first. Ma'am, will you state your name?
Jamie Gothogo.
And what's the child's name? And how old is he?
17.
Okay. And did you hear those terms I read into the record?
Yes, I agree.
And you agree with all of them?
Yes.
And the release of arrears, you understand that once that money is released, you can't get it back?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Is anyone threatening you or forcing you to release that money?
No.
And are you doing it of your own free will?
Oh, yeah, of the best interest of our son.
And you're in agreement for the child support to be set at $0 per month in this case, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. I'll pass the witness. The state calls the father. Sir, will you state your name?
Shem Okendi.
And did you hear those terms I read into the record?
Sure did.
Are you in agreement with all of those terms?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're in agreement to enroll your son in health insurance through the Marketplace, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that since he doesn't have any health insurance coverage currently, that you need to do it as soon as possible?
Yes.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
And I can't just zero child support out for the future unless there's a good reason. So, Ms. Gothogo, are you and Mr. Okendi living together right now?
No, we are not.
All right. Is the child living with Mr. Okendi?
He's still living with me. He's older. He's about to graduate, and it's just for the best interest, just to move forward. And I don't want all this. He owes me, and all that. And he's also not doing so good financially. So I'm just letting it go.
Okay, I cannot zero it out. I mean, is the child spending a significant amount of time with Mr. Okendi?
He'll see him like twice a week also.
For how long?
After school.
Okay.
They'll go to dinner and stuff.
What about the weekends?
Yeah, and like Sundays, most Sundays they do spend time together.
Okay. So I mean, is there some other reason why I should zero out child support for the future?
I just want us to move without court orders and just, I think we're in a better place than we were when all this started, and we can communicate whatever the son needs, and figure it out among ourselves.
When does your child turn 18?
November next year. I mean, December 13th.
December 13th.
I'm asking Ms. Gothogo. Ms. Gothogo, so December of 2026?
Correct, yes.
When is he scheduled to graduate from high school?
I'm so sorry. He turns 18 December of this year.
Okay. When does he graduate from high school?
Next May.
Okay. So we got about a whole year.
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot zero out child support. I can definitely, y'all can waive arrears. What really should have happened to Mr. Uncanny should be paying his support. He owes you tons of money. I'm gonna let you release it. I don't think that's probably a good decision. I'm not really sure that's in the best interest of your child. Mr. Uncanny is supposed to be paying child support through the child support office. I understand it's frustrating that he's not paying, but that's probably not the best reason to waive back child support. He needs to pay child support for the next year. So we can leave it at the same amount. I don't remember what the last amount was. Or y'all can agree to some reasonable number, but I can't zero it out if there's no reason to, other than you just don't want to do a child support order. Mr. Uncanny has to follow my court orders. Obviously, he hasn't because he hasn't made his payments. He owes a substantial amount of money before this release because he doesn't follow rules. And if you think he's going to follow rules after he doesn't have a court order, you're probably mistaken. That's not going to happen. So I've got to set some kind of child support. Let me see. Give me a minute to look at the old order.
Okay.
And Your Honor, the current child support is $404 a month.
Okay.
I did calculate it based on what Mr. Okindi said he's earning now, which he's self-employed, says he earns $500 a week and has one other minor child. And so that information would bring child support to $334 each month.
Okay. So we can change the amount to 334, which is lower than what it was before. He's definitely able to pay that if what he's telling us is true. Ms. Gothogo, do you have any contest to being 334?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Mr. Uncandy, do you understand that you have to pay child support until your child is an adult?
Yes, I do understand that.
You understand that you have to pay child support through a child support order?
Yes, I do understand that.
And you acknowledge that you haven't done that so far?
Something that we haven't mentioned or the mother didn't mention is that
I'm asking the question, sir. I'm waiting for you to answer.
Okay.
Do you understand that you have not done what you were told to do?
Yes, yes, Judge.
Okay. So what reason do you give the child support should be zero?
Me and the mother, we have an agreement. He's well taken care of. Anything that he needs, as far as food, transport, all that stuff. Me and her, we provide everything 100% for Gavin. There's nothing that is lacking. So that's why we have this mutual agreement to.
If I look at the court record of your payments, they aren't going to show that you made your payments every month. So if you're trying to get me to believe that you've done something outside of court, what you're trying to get me to believe is that I should ignore everything that I'm doing, quit my job today because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to. You're supposed to be paying through the child support office. And unless you're paying through the child support office, then I'm not going to believe that you're giving her any money. You're supposed to follow my rules. And those are the rules. And outside of that, I mean, there's no reason for us to be here today if you had been paying all your money every month. I don't know if I honestly believe you make $500 a week either. Let
me give you an example. I bought
besides what you've already told me, is there some other reason why I should set it besides 334?
I'm paying for his car that I bought for him in November of last year. The car is a $15,000 car. I put $5,000 down on that car, and that's what he uses to go to school. And I'm still making payments on the car. I'm paying the insurance. I'm paying food at the school. I'm paying his gym membership.
Why don't you pay that money to Ms. Gothogo and let her pay it?
Well, she's here. She can attest to everything that we are discussing.
Ms. Gothogo is basically just desperate for you to support the child as much as you can, and you don't want to pay her. You want to pay directly. I'm asking you, why can't you pay it through the child support office so that she can make those payments? You could have paid that $5,000 down payment to Ms. Gothogo. She could have paid the down payment. You could pay her the money for the meals, and then she could set up the lunch account. You could have paid her other money that you given to the child directly, but you chose not to give it to Ms. Gothogo. So the person that's taking care of your child primarily is Ms. Gothogo, not your child. Okay, so You have to understand child support doesn't go to the child. It goes to pay the person that primarily has the child. Doesn't Ms. Cathogo primarily have the child? Mr. Unkendi?
Yes, yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, then your child support is going to be $334 a month beginning June 1st, 2025. That'll continue until the child graduates a year from now. All payments have to be paid through the child support office. Any payments paid directly to the child or to Ms. Cathogo directly do not count. So if you need to move around how you're going to do it, if you want Ms. Cathogo to make the car payments or however y'all want to work it out, you can. But your child support payments have to be paid through the child support office. Mr. Unkendi, you're paying court costs, which is what it costs us to file this case against you because you didn't follow the rules. That's an extra cost that you're going to have to pay every time that we come to court. All right. The rest of it, which y'all did, as far as the waiver arrears, I mean, I don't think it's a good idea, but that's what you want to do. That's fine. We need you to pay through the child support office so that we can resolve this. Once you've made your last payment, that will close your case next May or June, and they'll need a couple weeks to process that payment. You need to provide insurance. If you don't provide insurance and the child gets on Medicaid or CHIPS, we're going to be back before next June to get you to pay medical support. So very important that you provide health insurance for your child in case he has an accident or gets injured at a sporting event or whatever. All right. That'll be the order of the court. And the Attorney General's office will draft an order and email you a copy. You're done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
All right, thank you.